Lisa from Shabby Road Studio. Welcome back to my channel. Today is an upcycling video and we are gonna make something from flannel shirts. Yeah, it's not your average project that we normally do. These are some of the flannel shirts that you probably saw the picture of on my community tab, where I had that lineup of flannel and I was bleaching them. So these already have been bleached, and there are 3 here that I'm going to work with today. So so many of you were so kind on my last upcycling video to leave me feedback and input, and I appreciate that so much, and I read every one of them and replied. So I did go on Pinterest and something struck me there. It's not hard, it's not complicated, but I thought how fun, because I love the look of that. So we're gonna make what I saw was called a flannel trench coat, and it takes 3 flannels. I've chosen these 3 out of my stash because they're really heavy. These aren't your average flannel shirts. Like these are, this one's from Cabela's and it's super thick. It's deerskin soft, is that how you say it? Chamois? Anyways, it's super thick. This one's super thick, and so is this one, another one that says chamois on it. So you know that they're thicker, which I thought would be fun for this project because we're making a trench coat out of these flannels. So I think one is going to be obviously the top with the sleeves, and then the next one's going to be the middle, and the next one's going to be the bottom. And I think this patterned one should be the middle to break up the 2 solid colors. So I need to decide which solid color I want for the top of the trench coat. So they're both extra large. No, I lied. This one's extra large and this one's large. Okay. So when I went out to my she shed to grab these, I thought they were all extra large. The reason I said that is because we need them all to have similar, circumference. So let me do some quick measuring off camera to make sure that these 3 will fit together. Otherwise, I'll have to run out and grab a different one. So I'll be right back. Okay, so after checking this out and doing some measuring, I'm gonna need to have this gray one on the top, then this one obviously the middle, and then I don't know what color this is considered. It's kind of, I don't know, it's just a different, this is gray, this is kind of a different gray, it's almost pinkish. Anyway, this one will be the bottom, and I might have to do some finagling in the back because these are all open because it's a trench coat. But this one is a little bit bigger. This piece will be a little bit bigger than the patterned one, even though this is an extra large, which is weird because this one's a large. Yeah, none of this makes sense. But anyway, not trying to make this complicated. This one isn't a large, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than the bottom of this extra large. But you know how sizes are weird, so we're going to make it work either way. I just wanted to do some measuring and make sure I was going to land where I wanted to. So this gray and the peach is going to be the top and middle and bottom section. So we'll set these aside for a second. And we're going to take this to use the top half of this as the top of our trench coat. I think we're going to go right under the pockets. So we have this. All right, so things to think about. We have to stay within the button area. So if we go up higher, we're going to be cutting into these pockets, which is fine. Yeah, I think we should go right underneath the armpit. That's what I think we should do. So that'll get us between our buttons. Sorry if that glare. I know it does when I lay that measuring thing down. It glares. Just kind of gonna do a chalk line across here. Now sometimes things look straight to me from where I'm at, but then when and believe me, these pockets are off. They aren't even, which is weird because this is buttoned up correctly. And this pocket is higher than this one. So that's why it looks that way. It seems weird that on a shirt from the store, the pockets would be off like that. But anyway, that's why this line is up here on this pocket. And anyhow, so I'm going to turn this and cut this and get our top half. Okay, that's our top. That's the top of our trench coat. And then we'll save this for another project because we won't be using this today. I don't think we're going to be using this unless I was to use some of it for pockets or something, but otherwise we'll just save it for another project. We're going to take our second piece . Which I already marked it when I was doing some measuring. So I've marked it right here at this line. So now I just need to smooth it out. So like I was saying, I think we're going to be safe following this line all the way across. There we go. This is our middle piece. So we also will be cutting the bottom off of this. Trying to save as much as we can. So maybe, I don't know if I want to go, that one's kind of close. Maybe to this second line right here. So we'll cut that off at that second line to give us a straight bottom to add on the last piece of the trench coat. There we go. We don't need that. We could use that for something. This is our middle piece. And this is our bottom. So we need our bottom chunk out of this shirt. It's kind of fun to have this already bleached. It's a rainy day here in Michigan today, so I am happy that I don't have to go outside and do any bleaching. This is our bottom, and I think we're gonna go, this one does it too, this is higher. Isn't that weird? How they have these pockets, one is higher than the other. Is there a reason for that? It's something I don't know, because this is the first time I've really noticed it. It's not a lot, but when you, yeah, it's a little bit, but, okay. Okay. Now we're going to just cut across. Cut 3 pieces. Put our puzzle together and end up with a flannel trench coat. How fun. There we go. That's our bottom piece. Bringing back the top piece. Take this off the hanger. And bring in our middle. This is so heavy. It's like felt. That's what it reminds me of. It's going to be warm. Okay. Our bottom. going to be taking this piece and this piece. I thought it would be fun to do wrong sides together. Normally for my style, I always layer things and just sew it on. I don't do the right sides together and then I don't work that way. But I think it might be fun to do wrong sides together and have like a seam, an exterior grungy kind of seam on this. But I'm wondering if it's going to be too thick. See how they're going to go together with the regular pocket and then the other pocket that's not going to be usable, but it's going to be thickness that I might not want. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take that pocket layer off. If we have enough. So yeah. Yeah, I think doing that is going to be, going to save on some bulk. And it'll look kind of cool too. So I am thinking I'm going to add this on with an external seam and see how it goes. Okay, you guys, I'm going to take this over now to the sewing machine and sew this middle piece on all the way around, and fingers crossed that it makes it all the way around. You know I fly by the seat of my pants on this channel. But anyways, that's the hope. So I'll be back in a flash. Okay, guys, I sewed this top piece to the middle section. Like I said, wrong sides together. When this gets washed, I know it's flannel, but I think it'll still kind of fray a little bit, which will be cool. Either way, it'll relax this seam a little bit and it'll be neat. So that's why I wanted to do the wrong sides together. And then we have the bottom section that I went ahead and did off, you know, without showing you. This had to be kind of, I had to work with this a little bit. Let's just put it that way. It had to be worked with. I had to cut this a little bit and shorten it up because this piece was going to be too big to sew onto this piece. So it worked. It's all together, and it looks really cute on the mannequin. So now I think it needs some big old pockets, or at least some pockets, probably right in here. But then I run the risk of going over the top of this hem, of this seam, which I'm not a big fan of doing. So a pocket may have to be up here or down lower, but down lower seems too low. So I'll have to try this on and see where I want a pocket. And we can use a piece of this other shirt. I don't see why not. Probably this one will be fine. So like I said, we'll have either a big pocket that comes just above this seam so that it doesn't interfere with it. So let me try this on and see where that's gonna fall, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I put this on and I feel like the pocket has to go right up against this seam. So I cut out like a little template, and I think this is the kind of pocket I want to make, and just kind of sew it in place. We'll just stick it up somewhere right about here. And so this will be sewn around like this, and this will be the opening right here. So I'm going to take this pattern and cut two of them out of our piece that we have left. This piece of the shirt. And yeah, it'll fit. Yeah, it'll fit right there. That should be good. I'm not really a pattern person, but felt like I needed to draw something out that would work better for the space that I left myself on that trench coat. Like I said, it's a quick and really uncomplicated project, but it isn't something I've done before, and I want to do stuff for you that I haven't done. And these are kind of popular, you know, the shackets, but this is more of a trench, so that's what we're calling it. So I'm going to cut these out, and then I'll have one for each side. Of course, we have to cut that in half because I cut it on the fold. Now we have our two pockets. They have the bleach on them, and I think that's really cute. Save that template pattern for another day. And now bring our coat back in. It's going to be a nice heavy jacket. Okay. So we need this one right here. We just need it to go down. About there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sew this one on, and then I'll come back, pin the other one on, sew that one on, and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, I sewed both pockets on, and I think they turned out really cute. I tried it on, and they're at the perfect position for pockets. I did sew in some on the sides here. There was just too much open area, too floppy for me. That gives you a nice opening for your hands, your keys, your phone, or whatever. So I like the pockets added on. Now we have this strip that we took off the bottom of the plaid shirt, and I thought we would cut some pieces to add, you know, just some interest down here at the bottom in a like a patch or something. So let's cut it right there, and then let's cut that hem piece off. That'll be cute right there, and let's see. Put a piece of that over on this side, maybe. Oops. Maybe we'll add a piece. Give it a little bit of pizzazz down here. We'll just do a double patch like that. And then there should be something on the back of the bottom of the back, I should say. So pretty. That bleach turned part of this green, and then the rest white. It really is kind of a neat look, the way that this bleach took on this particular shirt. Let's do right there, and then we will, oh, I like that side too. we'll turn it inside out and sew it on that way. Just kind of is a neat look. Okay, I'm gonna go sew those pieces on, and then I'll be back. After that, I'll wash it, and then I'll come back again so you can see it. But it wasn't a long project, not really complicated, but in case there's anybody out there who has some flannel shirts that you don't wear or that you'd like to get more use out of, if they're the same size or at least very similar size, this is a great project to use up some of them and kind of color coordinate. Mine are definitely very fallish colors, and that's why I wanted to put this plaid in the middle to kind of break up these plain ones. But I wanted to use these plain ones because they were heavier. So I have this nice heavy flannel trench coat that is going to be really super warm to throw over your shirt and jeans or whatever. So, all right, I'm going to go sew these patches on, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back from sewing the patches on. So I have this plaid one, and then these two here have been sewn on, and then this one right here. It just adds a little fun quirkiness, whimsical look to it. So I really like the way our little flannel trench coat turned out. I know it's hard to see, but I will post pictures right after this. I will post pictures, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a video. It is raining out, so it's highly unlikely that there will be a video. But you'll be able to see this on the mannequin and hanging up on a hanger as well. So stay tuned for that. And again, thanks for hanging out for this short, pretty quick and easy tutorial of how to make a flannel trench coat. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.